got me for my ambition.
Nicki Minaj has broken her silence about her Percocet addiction.
Oh wow, I want to hear this.
Nicki Minaj said that she was prescribed Percocet pills medication for her menstrual pain, severe cramps that she was getting, which led to her now being addicted. She said, "No one told me that this was a narcotic that was this addictive. Luckily, I was able to ground myself, but once an addict, always an addict. I feel like as if you've ever experienced being addicted to anything, which I have, you always have to think twice and three times about the choices that you are about to make. Look at some of our biggest celebrities. They eventually either get laughed at out of wanting to go outside anymore, like Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. They fight silent battles. Also, Prince. They are some of the greatest of all time. And one day they decided, you know what? I'd rather self-medicate and be in my own world. You would know if you're a fan of mine that all you have to do is listen to my music to know what my drugs of choice were." And this has been a thing. Nicki Minaj has alluded to in her lyrics to pill popping, being addicted to pills. Meek Mill said in prior interviews, while Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill were together, I think around that time was when her addiction potentially started. And he was also popping, how many? Let me look it up. He said a bunch of pills.
Yeah.
Perk 30s, he was saying.
Did you see that freestyle he did?
The new one on Funk Flex, amazing. Better than the whole album. Bro.
Nigga, I didn't even finish it. Because I was like, bro, where the fuck was this nigga at?
The whole album. Bro. Yeah. So Meek Mill said he was taking 10 Percocets a day.
Oh my god.
Around the time he was with Nicki Minaj. 10 Percocet pills a day. 30 milligram Percocet pills a day. Bro, 10 Perc 30s a day?
No, guys, that's not normal, by the way.
That's insane. So pray for Nicki Minaj. Prayers for Nicki Minaj. Addiction is real. And this is why a lot of times people think like, oh, does she look weird? Is there some awkward moments in her interviews on camera, IG Live? Like she said, once an addict, always an addict. So she probably right now is still going through that addiction. Now, Nicki Minaj, go get help. You are a legend. You should not be,
Did she say she got help, though?
She said that she got help, but she said that she still, she grounded herself, but she didn't say that she's stripped clean.
Because I remember, I know what you're talking about. I read it. I actually kind of liked it because she admitted it, and this is something you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because when I was in Butler, I dealt with a lot of alcoholics and drug addicts.
Mm-hmm.
You have to admit that you're going to be a drug addict for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Addiction never goes away. Like, that's just the rest of your life now. And she said that. She's like, I have to still deal with it. But you're right. I think she did mention, like, I'm still struggling with it. But I got to ask you, Vic.
You have
like,
to find something to replace it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Vic, she's an icon. She might have a bunch of money and resources. But, like, we have to give her props for admitting to something that she has been denying this entire time.
Yes, she's denied this in the past. She's denied the idea of like, I'm on nothing, I'm not doing no drugs, etc. If you own up to it, then your fans are gonna sympathize and actually try to get you, maybe help on their side if they're your actual celebrity fans, for celebrity friends. You can get some help from your peers. But aside from that, we have to realize, shit happens. Nicki Minaj, her father passed away. Her father was killed in a hit and run in 2020. In 2021, her father was a recovering drug addict. She said also in the same interview with Vogue, shout out to Vogue magazine, which she was the cover of. It's weird because when he was on crack, he was more peaceful. And when he would drink, he would become loud and violent, she said. Each drug has its own spirit. You could see it on the person and feel it in the room. So her dad was a recovering crack addict. So Nicki Minaj was and still is struggling with the idea of her father who's now passed away. He was a crack addict, addicted to drugs, and now she has this Percocet drug addiction. But my thing is this, and a lot of people were saying on Twitter, like, since when did they prescribe Percocets for cramps and menstrual pain? Typically it's just, what's it called? Tylenol, like nothing crazy, but unless did she have maybe severe, like it must have been chronic cramps for her to get Percocets, because it was rare. A lot of people on Twitter, I didn't see nobody really ever say that they've experienced that. But maybe since she's a celebrity, she gets different treatment. Are they trying to kill our celebrities? Are they trying to fucking like provide them drugs that they don't need? Is she lying? I don't think she would be lying. You know what I'm saying? Did she just take up on the addiction and try to use the menstrual pain as like a scapegoat? What do you think?
So, here's my thing. Two things. First one is this. When it comes to the pregnancy part, because she said it happened during her pregnancy, that she was getting these severe pains.
Yeah,
that's when she started taking it. I know for a fact, and anybody can look this up. You guys can say whatever you want in the comment section. This is absolutely true.
Yeah.
There was a period of time when pharmaceutical companies were working with doctors to pill push.
Yes.
A lot of these drugs, opioids, Percocets, in the hopes of just racking up sales. And right now, there are massive lawsuits being paid out for this fact.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility that Nicki Minaj was a victim of that situation and was given medication she shouldn't have been given? Possibly. Do I think it happened as recent as her pregnancy? That was, 2 years ago when they recently started cracking down on this? No. I think this started with Meek.
Yeah, years
because
ago.
the Meek and Nicki thing started 2016, 2015 is when they were going out? Mm-hmm. That's when Back to Back came out?
Yeah.
So around that time, yes, that's when the opioid crisis started. Mm-hmm. That's when Percocets were being pushed by pharmaceutical companies and doctors like a bitch. Do I believe it happened then? Hell yeah. And I think it just continued on. Maybe she stopped. Maybe she got off it and got back on again during her pregnancy because of the pain.
Yeah, because they give even people like higher doses than necessary.
So
at least
that's
how it was with Oxycontin. There's a show right now on Netflix, mad good. You guys should watch it. Painkiller, good ass show.
Love me for my ambition.